Go ahead, please.
Secretary, I received a copy of the pastoral instruction of the Archbishop of Manila, the Apostolic Administrator, Bishop Broderick Pabillo. At ang sabi niya, they will open the churches from March 24 to 10% capacity, lalo pa sa Holy Week. Merong strict measures, pero they will open the church at magkakaroon din ng mga online services. May I have your comments about this?
That would be contrary po to the decision of the IATF. And we ask Bishop Pabillo not to encourage yung disregard of IATF rules. Ito naman po ay para sa kabutihan ng lahat. So we understand po that this is Holy Week, but as a Christian myself, as a practicing Christian, I have a relationship with God. And kasama rin po sa obligasyon ng Estado ay sumunod din dun sa mga talaga ng Panginoon na mamuno. So I hope the bishop will not encourage non-compliance po with this IATF decision.
Yeah, without necessarily putting the cart before the horse, if they so insist in doing what is contained in the apostolic or the pastoral instruction, what will the government do?
Ang defiance po ng IATF resolution is not covered by separation of church and state. What is covered is the freedom to believe and the freedom not to endorse a religion. Pero in the exercise of police powers, we can order the churches closed. Wag sana pong dumating doon, Bishop Pabillo. Wala po tayong makakamit na kahit anong
Thank you very much.
Objective if you will defy and you will force the state to close the doors of the church. Wala pong paglabag sa church and state if the separation between church and state. If we do that, because that goes beyond freedom to believe and the prohibition to endorse a religion. That will be an enforcement of police power po to protect the public good.
Sir, you mentioned yung mga criticisms about how the IATF is doing its job is coming from politicians that have ambitions, no? Would you be able to name particular people?
Alam na po nila kung sino sila. Hindi na po kinakailangan pasikatin kung sino pa sila.
Okay, so can I get your reaction lang, sir, dun po sa sinabi ni Senator Amy Marcos tungkol sa IATF, and this is the quote, quote niya to yesterday. Sabi niya, surrender na ako sa IATF, pinabubuwag ko na yan Ano ba talaga? Hilong-hilo na tayo sa kanila, sobrang kanilang utak lockdown, sobrang arrest, kulang sa medical, sa science, sa testing, at asa ng bakuna. I think higit sa lahat, dapat mga doktor at mga public health experts ang nakikiintindi nito, and the implementation, paghahati-hatian, ikonsulta sa mga LGU. And then, I'm trying to look for another one that she said today. Regarding the term NCR bubble, she said that it will be comical if it weren't so tragic. Your comments, sir?
Well, I don't really need to say anything else. I've commented in my prepared text that the IATF is actually represents the best minds and talents of government, and that we have successfully managed the COVID-19 pandemic, and we will continue to manage it despite the recent challenge na meron nga po mga bagong variants na napapataas ng numero. So we are also guided by doctors. Naging household name sa po si Dr. Salvania, si Dr. Wong, at saka yung ibang mga doktor po ng Department of Health. So although it is an entire government approach, the chairman is still DOH. So ang ating primary consultants po ay mga doktor, pero kinakailangan din makita natin kung anong epekto ng mga pulisiya sa ibang aspeto ng ating lipunan. Kaya nandun din po ang ating economic team na pinangungunahan po ng NEDA at ng Department of Finance.
Sir, once and for all, yun po mga checkpoints, we said yesterday that unimpeded dapat yung transportation between or among cities that are in the bubble, but we are seeing checkpoints even between areas that are in the bubble. So once and for all, ano ba dapat, sir? Dapat ba may checkpoint na yan or dapat tanggalin yan?
Hindi po prohibited kasi even without the pandemic, pwede naman tayo mag-checkpoints talaga. It is actually a form of police mobility to discourage not just mobility but also the commission of crimes. So hindi naman po ibig sabihin na palibasa bubble, titigil na ng ating kapulisan yung ginagawa nila na even without a pandemic.
Okay, sir. Wala pa rin po si Secretary Chua, but can maybe try to ask this question to you. I'm not sure if pwede. So, sir, yun pong now that we are in under 2 weeks, no, na NCR bubble, can we estimate the loss of in income, for example, if we've shut down or we've limited some of the industries? And then second question is that, sir, if we are avoiding a lockdown, is that because we can no longer provide yung special amelioration program? Well, ibig sabihin, hindi na natin kaya magbigay ng ayuda, kaya wag na lang natin itong tawagang lockdown.
Well, we have attempted to minimize economic loss although we continue to be under GCQ. At meron na pang computation talaga na pinakita kanina si Sec Chua kung magkano yung cost of every day of GCQ. So the same cost we continue to incur. Pero hindi nga po natin hinigpitan, so hindi na madadagdagan yung economic loss natin from the current loss that we're experiencing. Number two, pagdating po sa ayuda, alam niyo po kasi ang katotohanan niyan, government can always provide for ayuda, no? And in fact, local governments are providing ayudas for those na subject to localized lockdown, no? Naintindihan po natin yon kung talagang hindi natin sila pagtatrabahuhin, ay kinakailangan magbigay talaga ng ayuda. Pero kaya nga po binubuksan natin ang ekonomiya. Dahil ang ninanais natin ay hindi talang magtatanggap ng ayuda ang ating mga kababayan, kundi magkaroon ng pagkakataon na makapaghanap buhay dahil karapatan po nila yan.
So therefore, sir, if push comes to shove na hindi natin ma-achieve yung target of lowering the cases by 25% and we shift to MECQ, we will have the money to provide our people yung ayuda.
Government can always find the money. Pero ang usapin po, ayuda will never be enough. Hindi po yan magiging substitute doon sa pagtatrabaho ng ating mga mamamayan para makita nila o kitain yung mga pangangailangan nila.
Hello, Sec.
Yes, go ahead, Billy.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Doon lang, sir, sa comment niyo on when you said that it's not the fault of IATF na nagkaka-virus variants. Sir, but sir, not all countries naman with the variants are experiencing surges. And even if they are, the surges aren't reaching 8,000 a day. So, sir, it sounds like government is not taking any responsibility for transmissions caused by virus variants. Is it not the government's job to stop virus variants from spreading?
Well, it's not within the capacity of government to completely order the mutations of the viruses. It happens because that's the nature of viruses. Hindi po tayo naghuhugas kamay. Nandyan po yung pagsubok na tumataas ang kaso. Kaya nga po, nagdesisyon tayo na ilagay sa 2 linggo sa isang bubble ang Metro Manila at nakikiusap na kung po pwede nga po manatili sa mga tahanan. Pero yung sinasabi niyo po, hindi ko po alam ang numero, no? Pero alam ko po, tumaas talaga ang numero doon sa mga pinagmulan ng mga variants na yan sa Inglaterra, sa South Africa, at talaga pong tumataas ngayon ang mga numero sa iba't ibang parte ng daigdig.
And then, sir, earlier you said that wala pong, because we're not naman closing down businesses during this NCR plus bubble, wala namang need to provide aid. But yun nga, the Metro Manila mayors just ordered the 2-week closure of gyms and spas and other establishments. Sir, does it mean that we should be providing aid to these establishments? And
wala pa po directive na ganyan ng IATF. Pero ito naman po mga businesses na ito yung mga napapatunayan na sila po yung mga super spreader events, no, or activities, no. So for the next 2 weeks lang naman po ito.
Sir. So pero sir, meron po bang any form of aid for them? Because nga the impact on their livelihood is great given this new decision of the Metro Manila.
We will consider that, no. Sayang wala dito si umalis na si Secretary Carl Chua, no. But I will communicate with the IATF about the possibility of this, no. Pero as I said before, no, 2 weeks lang po ito at limitado po ito mga negosyong ito.
And then, sir, lastly for Sec Roque, and then before going on to Secretary Galvesano po, sir, yesterday, did the President have to be reminded that we have a law providing an indemnity fund and, allowing the government to assume indemnity for these adverse effects of vaccines?
Hindi po, alam niya yon. Ang sabi nga lang niya, hindi siya papayag na walang pananagutan ang pribadong sektor kung merong gross negligence at saka willful neglect, no? At secondly, kaya nga po hindi makabili ng diretso ang mga private sector ng bakuna na hindi dumadaan sa tripartite agreement dahil hindi naman nila maibibigay yung indemnity na hiningi rin ng mga manufacturers.
Sir, kung may liability pala, sir, yung private sector, what are we guarding against? What will we file cases against these private companies who are donating already vaccines to the government? What are we doing to prevent this willful negligence? And will this not scare the private sector from, in fact, participating in the vaccination campaign?
Hindi naman po kasi marami na pong mga Western companies din na nagsusupply sa atin ng bakuna. No? In fact, halos lahat naman po ng nag-commit na mag-supply sa atin will deliver as promised. In law kasi, we have a very clear meaning of what is willful neglect and gross negligence. It is really unforgivable neglect, unforgivable negligence.